So I've been dying to talk about Secret Level ever since it was announced a few months ago, but I didn't really get around to making a video about it, and now with the release of a new trailer, it kinda gives me an excuse to talk about it, to do a breakdown of the trailer, and also to talk about its release date. So if you don't know, the people who created Love, Death, and Robots are also behind Secret Level, and personally, I really enjoyed Love, Death, and Robots, and I think it's kind of the perfect team to tackle a project like this. And honestly, I think Secret Level will benefit much more for being an animated anthology series. And the reason why is because each episode is its own story, having nothing to do with the previous one before it. It usually relies on a very interesting and immersive setting that can quickly capture the audience attention. It also depends on likable and or relatable characters that the audience can get quickly attached to. And as you might have guessed, the name of the game is Speed. You only have one episode to sell this to everybody, so having good characters and an intriguing setting goes a long way in a very short amount of time. So why do I think this is going to play into Secret Level's strengths? Well, because the writers are going to be able to use well-known and established franchises with fan bases that are already going to go into that specific episode possessing some type of feelings towards the characters, the setting, and or the plot. Feelings that the writers can take advantage of to create something that maybe you couldn't create without an established fan base. A good example of this, and the part of the show that I cannot wait to see, is the Warhammer 40k portion. Honest to God, for the people who know very little about Warhammer 40k, the Space Marine is so recognizable that honestly anyone who's just at surface level of getting into this franchise knows a fucking Space Marine. It is probably the most recognizable thing in Warhammer 40k. Personally, maybe a little hot take here, maybe a little saturated. I would love for them to cover other aspects of Warhammer 40k, but I'm not complaining. Space Marines are badass. The point that I'm making is everybody already knows Space Marines are cool as fuck. You can quickly move into the ass-kicking segment of the episode because you already have an attachment to Space Marines, whether that's from the miniatures or from the video games or from the books, whatever, that's your experience, but you already have an attachment to those Space Marines. Now you gotta be careful of this because in the past we've seen creators utilize this leverage to write their own bullshit story and then slap an IP in front of it and pretend that this is the franchise that we all love when it isn't. I'm looking at you, Halo. But honestly, I just can't imagine Secret Level doing that. From the trailer, it really looks accurate to each of the franchises. The franchises that I know, I don't know every single one, but it looks so good. One of the things I'm most excited about is Seafood. The animation style looks perfect, the fights are going to be incredible, and honestly, the character motivation is strong, but also simple, so it works really good in the format for this show. And that's not even all of it. The Dungeons and Dragons section looks fucking awesome, as it appears that they're at this last stand, they're about to all get wiped out, and honestly, it seems like it's gonna have a very compelling story. Not to mention the voice actors they got. I mean, just look at this list. They got Keanu Reeves, which, by the way, from the official trailer, it looks like he's going to be voice acting a pilot in the Armored Core episode. At least that's what I suspect. Also, side note, why do they always have to have Keanu Reeves voice act someone that looks exactly like him or similar to him? I don't know. That's just something I noticed and wanted to point out. Honestly, I'm looking through here and I'm not seeing that many misses. Because with Love, Death, and Robots, at times, it felt a little bit hit or miss. There was definitely episodes I liked much more than others. And that's probably going to be the same with this, but for the most part, I'm just not seeing that many potential episodes that are going to be bad. Maybe Pac-Man, I'm a little interested to see what they're going to do with that. Crossfire will probably be more of a generic, action-packed episode. I'm super interested to see what they're going to do with Concord ever since that. If you don't know what that game is, I don't blame you. Completely absolute flop for Sony, and I'm not going to get too much into it, but you can check out my Concord video or any other reviews on the internet because the game just doesn't exist anymore. But honestly, I think this is going to be an incredible show with so many recognizable IPs, and honestly, there's moments in that trailer that I didn't even recognize where that was from, so I'm interested to see all the episodes and the things that I missed from this trailer. Secret Level is set to release on December 10th, 2024. So we're closing in on the premiere, and I just cannot wait. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Comment below what you liked about the trailer, and comment below what I should do next. I could do anime, shows, movies, games, whatever. But again, thank you so much for watching.